Uh-oh, folks. Would you look what we have here? Would you look at what we have here? We got Sabrina Ionescu, far left. Look at those back muscles. All right, Sabrina, do your thing. We got Erin Kane. Oh, doing her Stephanie White pose. Oh, wow. Okay. Erin Kane doing the Stephanie White. Nice. We got Brianna Stewart, Stewie, as they call her. And we got Sandy Brondello.
Caitlin Clark just held a behind-the-scenes meeting with the New York Liberty, and it could spell disaster for Indiana's future. While the Fever stumbled without their floor general leading the offense, Clark was quietly laying the groundwork for a move that could shatter every Indiana fan's hopes. This wasn't about brand deals or media appearances. It was about 2028, the end of her rookie contract, and how the front office's recent decisions may have already pushed away the biggest name in women's basketball. If you're riding with Caitlin, drop a comment below. **free Caitlin. **, let's go.
This little scene that took place after the Fever game last night in New York between Sandy Brondello and Caitlin Clark, the New York Liberty, and the agent. The agent. That is what makes this so interesting. That is the key. All right, everybody's concentrating on, by the way, Caitlin Clark looks unbelievably happy talking to these folks.
Picture this. Indiana steps onto the court at Barclays Center to face New York, and almost immediately, it's clear something's off. The Fever look disoriented, like a team without a compass. Their plays fall apart mid-action, players stand idle, and there's no rhythm, just confusion. Without Caitlin Clark orchestrating the offense, the team looks like a group of individuals scrambling to make something happen, each possession more disjointed than the last.
Could have been more consistent, and it's just disappointing. I mean, that wasn't us. That's not how we play, and that's not our identity. But I just think, again, it's about us and stacking days. So, I mean, we see them again after All-Star, so we just got to go back to the drawing boards and just, make the adjustments and just be better.
The Liberty didn't just beat Indiana that night. They exposed every flaw with surgical precision, making it hard to believe this team ever won without their star. New York torched them from beyond the arc, hitting 51.9% of their threes, while Indiana limped to just 25%. That's not just poor shooting. It's a result of having no playmaker to generate clean looks or collapse the defense. The final score was 98-77, but the numbers don't capture the desperation in Indiana's huddles or how fast things spiraled. This wasn't just a loss. It was their worst of the season, a meltdown fueled by the simple fact that they are now 4-6 in games without Clark leading the offense.
Mitchell, she'll pull up. Here's a three. She's got it! And that's a record! Kelsey Mitchell with 9 threes in a game. It's never been done before.
Mitchell is so cracksy.
Don't dare, Kelsey Mitchell. Smooth as butter. Silky.
Here's Mitchell. Mitchell collects. Mitchell. You bet! And the foul! Mitchell slashes home a three. Sock, step back, launches a three. It's good! Kelsey Mitchell has now hit 607 threes and counting. The most ever for an Indiana Fever player.
Kelsey Mitchell gave everything she had to keep Indiana in the fight. She made history by breaking the franchise record with her 607th career three-pointer, knocking down shots and making plays that proved exactly why she deserves All-Star recognition. She ended the night with 16 points, but the frustration was written all over her face as she tried to shoulder an offensive burden that was never meant to fall entirely on one player.
Hey, Kels, just wanted to say congratulations. As always, I'm super proud of you. And yet another record broken. Of course, this is just the beginning. Keep it going. Records are meant to be broken, but if there's anybody that would break it, I'm glad that it's you. So congratulations. I love you. I'm super proud of you. And let's go, Fever. Get that dub.
Sophie Cunningham stepped in for Lexi Hull and brought the same fiery energy fans have come to love. She scored 12 points and battled on every possession like it was a make-or-break moment in her career. Cunningham refused to shy away from contact, stayed in constant motion, and kept fighting for plays that most players would have already given up on.
Yeah, I thought it started with us just being really soft. They didn't feel us. They're an outstanding offensive team. They're obviously an outstanding defensive team too. And we didn't disrupt at all. They didn't feel us. There was no resistance. We weren't in passing lanes. We let them pass the ball and move wherever they wanted to. So it's outside of just execution of schemes, it's having a little bit more fight and resistance on the defensive end.
But even with all the hustle from Mitchell and Cunningham, the bigger issue was impossible to ignore. Aaliyah Boston, typically a force in the paint, was held to just 7 points on a rough 1-for-8 shooting night. The Liberty packed the lane on her drives, daring her to kick it out, confident that without Clark on the floor, no one could really make them pay. Boston's off night wasn't just about tough defense. It highlighted how much Indiana leans on Clark to elevate everyone else's game. Aari McDonald stepped in at point guard, but the spark simply wasn't there. New York knew exactly what they were dealing with. A team stripped of its identity the moment Clark wasn't running the show. This wasn't just a tough loss. It was a reality check, one that may have Caitlin Clark seriously wondering if Indiana can actually build a contender around her. Without her, the Fever didn't just play differently. They looked like a different franchise altogether, and not in a way that inspires any real confidence about what's ahead.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And I hope Indiana Fever fans are taking note, writing things down, following a certain pattern, and this time aren't getting fooled. The Indiana Fever ruled Caitlin Clark out for tonight's game. No surprise to anybody. I saw it, you saw it, your neighbor saw it, Stevie Wonder saw that.
Here's where Indiana's issues spiral from bad to downright disastrous, and it all comes down to how they handle Caitlin Clark's injury. When your franchise cornerstone goes down, how the front office responds reveals everything about a team's priorities and leadership. In this case, the Fever's handling wasn't just disappointing. It was so careless and short-sighted that it cast real doubt on whether they are capable of protecting the most valuable player in women's basketball.
Another leg injury. She has a quad, we rush her back, she injures her quad. We rush her back, she injures her groin, we rush her back, we injure her quad. Nice, good job. No way Caitlin Clark was going to play tonight. But the Indiana Fever, they decided to lie again about Caitlin Clark's status. Again. To milk the fans dry for as much as they possibly can. Again.
From questionable medical decisions to confusing timelines and total communication breakdowns, the entire handling of Clark's injury looked like a masterclass in mismanagement. It wasn't just fans who noticed. Analysts and even rival teams watched Indiana bungle the simplest parts of caring for the league's biggest star. For a franchise with so much riding on one player, it felt shockingly unprofessional.
The Indiana Fever, you're on notice. You're on notice. You better recognize what you've got going on, the asset in front of you, and you do whatever you have to do to correct what is happening.
Stephanie White's comments on Clark's injury only made things murkier. In a pre-game interview, she used the same vague phrase, taking it one day at a time, that she had during Clark's previous 2.5-week absence. That lack of clarity stirred up even more speculation about how the team was handling the situation and raised doubts about White's honesty regarding the severity of Clark's condition. The timing couldn't have been worse either. Just as the league was counting on its biggest star to draw eyes during the All-Star game, Indiana offered nothing but vague updates. No clear recovery plan, no honest timeline, just uncertainty. And that's not how you treat a generational talent who brings millions of fans to your product.
If Stephanie White believes that this team is better with Aari McDonald in, blah, 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 if she shares the same views as Carolyn Peck, you fire her on the spot. I don't care if she is an Indiana Fever alum. You fire her on the spot. And anybody else in the organization that shares that same belief set. I mean, these Stephanie White truthers, no surprise, she checks boxes, and they're the old WNBA fandom that thinks Stephanie White's getting a raw deal right now. It's so obvious she don't know what she's doing. She don't know what she's doing with this kind of talent.
But the mishandling of Clark's injury was only a symptom of a much deeper issue. At its core, it's about philosophy. Clark excels in an up-tempo, fast-paced system where she can push the ball, dictate the rhythm, and keep defenses scrambling. Her biggest weapon isn't just her shooting. It's her ability to create in transition, catching opponents off guard and using her elite basketball IQ to set up teammates in exactly the right spots before the defense even knows what hit them.
The WNBA kept playing with fire. Commissioner's worst nightmare is here. Fever's worst nightmare is here. All those people traveling to Indiana. Caitlin is likely out for the All-Star game. Flagship weekend destroyed at NBA. W needs new leadership.
The secret meeting between Caitlin Clark and the New York Liberty is no longer just a rumor. It's a wake-up call. Indiana may be on the verge of losing the biggest star in women's basketball, and it's all because of their own missteps. With Erin Kane spotted alongside Sandy Brondolo, Breanna Stewart, and Sabrina Ionescu, it's clear this wasn't just a friendly chat. It was a serious conversation about Clark's future. If you're a fan, this should leave you both excited about what's possible and deeply concerned that Indiana might waste the best years of her career. So what's the move? Should Clark stay loyal and hope the Fever finally get it right? Or is it time to join an organization that actually knows how to build a winner? If you're Team Caitlin, drop a free Caitlin in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. And click the video on screen to keep going.